about kites. Nearly 3,000 years ago, the kite was first invented in China, where materials ideal for kite building were readily available, like silk fabric for sail material, fine, strong silk for the flying line, and resilient bamboo for a strong and lightweight frame. Kites were decorated with mythological creatures and legendary figures. Some were fitted with strings and whistles to make musical sounds while flying. Kites were mostly flown by wealthy families or the military to communicate and even lift men in the air to spy on their enemies. After its invention in China, kite making also became popular in other countries, like India and Pakistan and Thailand and North Africa. Eventually, kites became toys for children and adults to fly for fun. But kite making has always been a serious art form in the eastern part of the world.
Hello everyone, how's everybody doing today? My name is Shahi and today we're going to make some kites. I'm from Pakistan, which is a country about 10,000 miles from here. It's near India and China, and I came to USA about 50 years ago. As a kid, I loved flying kites, but we didn't have much money, so I used all newspapers, bamboo sticks, and glue that actually came from a plant. It's the sap from the plant that we use. So I didn't have much money, so we have to be resourceful. Back in Karachi, where the city I am from, everybody loves flying kites. It doesn't take much. You just go to a playground and have a string and the kite, and you can have lots of fun with it. Children, old, young, everybody is flying kites. So we'll do that today. We'll make some kites and see how they fly. Thank you.
How do kites fly? The form and size of kites that people fly are very different. Some kites can fly on the slightest breeze, while other designs require steady winds. Kites can be made of two sticks covered in paper or constructed using a complex framework. There are 8 generic types of kites: the flat kite, the bowed kite, the box kite, the sled kite, the delta kite, the compound kite, the parafoil kite, and the rotor kite. Most basic kites are big and flat with a long tail, and they have a string that you can hold onto so you can control how they fly. So, how do they fly? Well, there's more to it than you might think. It all has to do with that big flat part called the sail. As the kite flies through the air, the sail is tilted so the wind passes over it. To keep it tilted, we use the tail. That makes sure that the bottom of the sail is a little lower than the top. That tilt is super important because it changes the way the wind passes over the kite. As the air flows past, it pushes on the sail, but because the kite is tilted, the air rushing past the bottom pushes up harder than the air flowing over the top. That air pushing up the bottom of the sail allows the kite to stay in the air without falling down. So, let's make a kite.